Kamalam Shri Guruna Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunatam Ditam Tam Sajivam Sahatvetam Savadutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Shahagana Lalita Shri Vishakatitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopeshwa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Ubhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, please accept my Panchanga Pranam in the eve of most auspicious time of Janmashtami. I am delighted to express my humble gratitude to the temple management for allowing me to serve Srila Prabhupada and speak about him through his Lilamrita. This month is full of festivals, and tomorrow we will be celebrating Janmashtami, and following day Lord Chaitanya's, one of the most associates, Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. And I am very grateful to Her Grace Vajanti Sakhi Mataji, who has given me this opportunity to glorify Srila Prabhupada during this most auspicious event. Hare Krishna. Today we shall hear Prabhupada's Lilamrita, chapter 28. This passage is rich and detailed narrative of Srila Prabhupada returning to India to latest 1960s after establishing the Krishna Consciousness movement in America. This follows his journey by train from Delhi to Calcutta, his instruction from Indian scholars, disciples, families and godbrothers, as well as his health issue and preparation for returning to US. Here are the key themes taken away from this chapter. Prabhupada and his disciple Achyutananda and Ramanuja travel by Kala Mail to Kolkata. On board, Srila Prabhupada debates Bengali intellectual challenges their understanding of Karma Yoga, emphasize the bhakti in the highest path. His boldness shocks some, but his scholarship is respected. When Srila Prabhupada is in Kolkata, he was greeted by the relatives and devotees, especially his sister Bhavatarini. They welcomed him by a traditional arati and a large feast, though it affected his health. Despite Prabhupada's faith and his health strength, he began an evening lecture in English with a mixed audience of relatives and visitors. During Prabhupada's visit, Kolkata was immersed in Kali Puja festivals, loud music, firecrackers and goddess images. Prabhupada used this settle to contrast demigod worship with Krishna worship, declaring the form of less intelligent according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, text 7.23. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavayat alpamedasham deva devo yajoyanti mad bhakta yanti mamapi. Yet he noted that Kali Puja worshipping being within Vedic lecture and more potential than becoming a devotee than the outside it. Prabhupada's one of the vision was preaching globally. He used the quote quite often, "You should do preaching, courage of Englishmen and heart of Bengali mothers." He was continuously inviting his godbrothers to preach in the West, echoing his concern that Gaudiya Math lacked visionary energy. His godbrother Haridasa Swami wanted to meet and visit him, but due to Prabhupada's weak condition, Achyutananda declared on his behalf, leading to attention. But he also visited VP Keshava Maharaj, the sannyasa guru, who gave him renunciation, who was now very ill. Prabhupada had struggled to obtain permanent US residency due to the lack of official endorsement and universities of government bodies. He obtained a visitor visa which secured successfully at US consulate in Kolkata. He wrote his disciple in Montreal, New York and Los Angeles expressing the eagerness to return and preach. Despite Prabhupada's health and lack of institutional support, Prabhupada presses on with his mission. He does not shy anywhere from correcting misconception, even when it means fronting respect as an of individual. Challenges medical or form-based worship and promotes pure devotion to Krishna as the highest goal. His mentor, young Western disciple, not just a philosophy but also practicing matter like caring for his health. He constantly encouraged his Indian peers to take part in spreading Krishna consciousness worldwide. Srila Prabhupada, returning to America, focusing especially to visit Navadvipa, the sacred land of Lord Chaitanya, and concluding with a poignant reflection of state of Krishna consciousness in India, particularly in the childhood city Kolkata. Prabhupada travels with his disciple Achyutananda and Ramanuja to Navadvip. Tranquility of countryside provides a stark contrast of Kolkata's chaos. It rejuvenates Prabhupada's health and spirit. Prabhupada prepared for America, but first visited the Radha Govinda temple, where he had worshipped since childhood. One of the glories he seized to declare the spiritual life in India. One of the glorious temples now neglected. Sri Radha Govinda reduced the site attraction while the goddess Kali takes the main altar. Worshipping continuously on higher brahmanas. Prabhupada is deeply sad but neglects reinforce of his missionary zeal. If Krishna consciousness was dying in India, why not Krishna consciousness, transferring Krishna consciousness to neglect from India but visionary strength. Prabhupada's instruction to Achyutananda: do not have any illness feeling towards any of your god brothers. At the same time, do not mix very thickly with them. Reflect his balanced view and respect all the Vaishnavas, avoiding unnecessary conflict and focusing on effective preaching. Srila Prabhupada's final day in India before returning to America highlighted many of the defined theme of his mission: lonely determination, clarity of purpose, spiritual vision, and urgent to preach Krishna consciousness globally. He didn't consider himself as the creator. He was a servant of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada didn't see ISKCON as his personal creation, but the instrument of Lord Chaitanya. He declared, recognizing the province Prithivite Ache Jato Nagaradigram as a real and saw it beginning to unfold in America. His god brothers remained sculpting and confused by the global vision of Prabhupada, but Prabhupada was already experiencing its first wave. Each of one must take Krishna consciousness all over the world, even if single-handedly. He knew the time was now, and it was a very few others who were equipped or willing or stepping into this challenge. His disciple thought anew, often immature, where his life lies. He was training them in a real time, but full faith in Krishna that he would use them as an instruments. Srila Prabhupada stood undoubting, focusing on the service of Lord Chaitanya deeply in transformation of power of a single sincere soul. He moves to the conclusion. The Prabhupada's secondary journey in India to America, December 1967, encapsulates the power blending of people sacrifices, spiritual conveyance, and emotional depth of his relation with disciples. When one book is published, I think I have conquered an empire. Prabhupada wasn't returning to America, he was propelling a global expansion. His letter phrased a effort for publishing Lord Chaitanya's teaching, not how impersonalist, has won popularly, though massive publishing despites have nothing substitution. His vision, not English but not French. His vision, not English but French, German and other languages. ISKCON was not just a movement, it has become a civilization of devotees, the sacred millstone in ISKCON history. The spiritual peons returned to West after braving the spiritual path of post-independence. Despite the political turmoil and falling health, Srila Prabhupada emerged radiances. He doesn't return empty-handed, but with books, vision, disciples, and unshakable faith. Today at the end discourse, with my folding hands, I am requesting all of you, please hear the model of truth he always taught us. Preaching is our life. If we stop preaching, we lose our life. I repeat once again, preaching is our life. If we stop preaching, we lose our life. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu ubhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Bhaktin Oshe. She is daughter of His Grace Leela Nath Sri Haridas Prabhuji, Her Grace Sudamai Mangala Matra Mataji, sister of Bhaktin Ayushi and Bhaktin Aradhya. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for accepting the seva and also presenting us the transcendental Leela of Srila Prabhupada, which is our most likened subject for all of us. It's for our own purification. A small quiz I would like to keep because it was the same was there in part 1 also. In which station did Srila Prabhupada board the train? In which station did Srila Prabhupada board this train? Huh? Delhi. Delhi. Perfect answer. To which destination? To Kolkata. Hare Krishna. There were 2 disciples with Srila Prabhupada in this Leela. Achyutananda and Ramanuja. Okay. So they boarded the train and we have seen how Srila Prabhupada took all the troubles to spread this whole mission of the Krishna Consciousness whole movement. That was the essence that she has actually given. It's a big chapter, but she very nicely presented for the benefit of all of us. We have to meditate and we have to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita also and engage in Krishna Consciousness more and more, because once you read Srila Prabhupada's life history, once we read, not you read, it's for me also. Once we all read Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, it actually really gives us more confidence in surrendering to Krishna. How Srila Prabhupada started this movement and where we land up now and where we are now. Hare Krishna. On behalf of the temple management and the devotees present over here, I would like to chant one time Hare Krishna mantra for Mahamantra for Bhaktin Oshe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And one concluding part which he very well mentioned, which I came on that way. Preaching is our life. If we stop preaching, we lose our life. I am repeating once again. Preaching, kindly repeat. Preaching is our life. Preaching is our life. If we stop preaching, we lose our life. So our temple management is so merciful, giving the opportunity right from the kids until elder person. We are indebted to the temple management who initiated since the beginning of this ISKCON movement in Balaramdesh. Hare Krishna. Now I humbly request His Grace Sumudra Chaitanya Prabhuji to come over stage to hand over the transcendental gift to Bhaktin Oshe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dear Oshe, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I am the super soul everywhere. So Krishna is so kind that he is always with us as friend. If we can learn to treat him with our friendly love and affection, the reciprocation is permanent, and that is the highest success of our human form of life. From His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.